in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You can hate him for not making that fight happen, but this is an unbiased show. We talk boxing. If it is just some missed details, the Double RT Boxing Show, Mr. A is here to help you, because that's what we do. We talk that boxing, spit that fire on the internet, dragging on the net, hashtag dragging on the net. Follow me on at Twitter at RRTB Show. Double RT, the Double RT, the Double RT Boxing Show with Mr. A. Thanks for tuning in. The Ready Talk Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr. A. Hit that thumbs up button. This is your show. Support your show. Hit that thumbs up button. Get the word. Get it spread. And if you're a new viewer, hopefully you are entertained by this segment. And at the end of it, you subscribe and you hit that thumbs up and support your new show. Now, Bryant Jennings got off the mat, got clobbered in the 4th round with a devastating overhand right. Caught him behind the hit. He ducked over, got hit right behind the head. That was about the only opportunity he gave, or Dimitrenko had. Now before we get into it, going into that fight, Bryant Jennings was ranked 8th by the WBO and 11th by the WBA. And in defeating Dimitrenko, who was number 10 and the international IBF champion. So now you think his rankings in those two bodies shall go up, and somewhere in the IBF he should be within the top 10. So he's given himself some wiggle room to perhaps be the USA debut of Anthony Joshua. Perhaps. Now the WBO's granted that they're looking for a mandatory for Joshua, whether they're just going to bump Dylan White up or they're going to have some eliminators, So they might look for an eliminator. So him being number 8, he might fight a number 4 Tom Schwartz. If I give, it's going into this fight, Bryant Jennings did. He was fighting a bunch of ticklers, ticklers. But give him that, he did. At least he fought someone ranked. Was Dimitrenko the best ranked opponent? No. But looking at people as of late, Dylan White, everyone's saying he's should fight Wilder, blah blah blah. He fought Lucas Brown, who was ranked, but that's a tricky one. He fought Shazar. He's been fighting some ranked people, but anyone else? Who the hell is Kubrat Puda been fighting? Dominic Brazils and these people, they're not fighting ranked fighters. Joseph Parker, he fought Huey Fury, so I guess, they fight like one ranked fighter every 3 unranked fighters, and they just wait around and hopefully they get that title shot. Now, in this fight, you saw Bryant Jennings, to me, is nothing more than a top 10 contender, somewhere in 10 through 6. He has grit and heart. You give him that. But like I said, he kept ducking into a right hand. He had ducked to the right, and finally Dimitrenko just threw it down and cracked the shit out of him. Now he came back into the fight. Like we said, going inside Dimitrenko's mid-range game and just start working his body from when he got up to around 5 on to the 9th round to when he stopped him. He dropped Dimitrenko and he finished him off with an inside nasty uppercut. Now, was the fight stopped a little soon? I think so. Because it's like the referee was behind him, behind the fighters. So when he saw Dimitrenko get uppercutted and just fall, he stopped it immediately, like mid fall. He never really came to look at Dimitrenko's eyes to see if he was there or not. He was already waving the fight off. So by the time Dimitrenko looked up, like, dude, what the? Like, he got it, like, I'm fine, bro. Yeah, like I've been put on my ass twice in the last like minute, but I'm fine. So questionable stoppage, a wrong stoppage, not wrong, but just questionable. He could let him get a flurry for a third time and then step in for a TKO. But it's what did we see from Bryant Jennings in this fight? He pumped a good jab. When Bryant Jennings works his jab, he's at his best. That's when Dimitrenko was in this fight. When Bryant Jennings stopped his jab, Dimitrenko has some success. When Bryant Jennings was behind his jab and then worked himself in and started beating up the body, Dimitrenko couldn't do nothing. His footwork was sloppy and slow. He was squaring himself up. Bryant Jennings allowed himself to have trouble. And like I said, where does Bryant Jennings go from here? Another decent fight, but I don't see Bryant Jennings making any noise in the heavyweight contender. He'd be a good name to have on a resume for a fighter. Now, will he have good fights with some heavyweights out there? Yeah, like maybe a Dylan White and him. Maybe go fight with two contenders. Bryant Jennings ain't nothing for a Luis Ortiz, obviously, a Tyson Fury, Joshua, a Wilder. I would like to see Jennings fight the winner of Milwaukee and Martin. That's what I would like to see right here on the Double RT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr. A. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you're entertained. And if you're already a subscriber, support your show. Get that thumbs up. Thanks for tuning in. Follow the show on Twitter, RRTB Show. RRTB Show. Follow the show, the one you come to watch and get entertained for. That boxing talk, that ready talk boxing with me, Mr. A. Thanks a lot.